good old Phantom Menace next.
Oh my god, I hate this movie. Hilarious.
Nostalgic one for me.
I have a little Anakin over here from Phantom Menace.
You have Jake Lloyd. Put Jake Lloyd on camera. I want to see him. That kid is owed an apology for how fucking mean people were to him.
I'll try spinning. That's a good trick.
Star Wars star Jake Lloyd has been arrested for reckless driving and resisting arrest.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, no, I felt so bad about him. Well, I mean, he's had like a lot of mental health struggles, as he's gotten older, which apparently is not related to the Star Wars stuff, but still.
Are you ready?
Yes. Is he still boxed? Oh my god, he's still boxed.
I found him at Dollarama.
I love it.
Hey, Lenny.
Oh, that's Jedi.
And it's new.
That's
it's new because there's new characters on here.
Oh.
Now available to take home and play with at Pizza Hut, KFC, and Taco Bell. Right now, at participating Taco Bell locations, you can get one of these cool Star Wars Episode 1 collectible toys. One in every Taco Bell kids meal you buy.
They got, who was it?
Sebulba, please. Sebulba.
They got a Cloud Trooper, Death Watch Mandalorian.
Death Watch Mandalorian, what the fuck? Okay, yeah, that's gotta be like a re-release, right? Surely.
And Ahsoka or whatever.
Ahsoka Tano, yeah.
Yeah. So like it's a newer made toy. So I'm like, they're still making these? What the fuck?
That's pretty awesome.
And I have a friend on my stream who always argues with me that this is their favorite Star Wars movie.
What'd you think of it?
I think it was an excellent movie. I think Mr. Lucas did a fabulous job. Special effects were wonderful, and the storyline was wonderful. And I'm gonna probably come back and watch it a couple more times.
And I trash talk it the whole time. So as a joke, I bought it for them, and I'm gonna send it down.
I entirely understand where they're coming from because this is a very nostalgic.
The entire movie is about a pod race.
Grab control of a pod racer and hang on for the race of your life.
And don't even get me started about the midichlorians.
Master, sir, I heard Yoda talking about midichlorians. I've been wondering, what are midichlorians?
It's heroin.
In 1999, I put my little 10-year-old butt in that movie theater, and when that movie was over, that was the very first time that I uttered the phrase, "What the actual fuck was that?"
It's bold in terms of jerking people around, but I may have gone too far in a few places.
That seemed to actually be a common thing, I mean, granted, I have to go back to being 4, where and I saw that movie in the theater when I was 4. I don't really remember seeing it. But I know my dad told me.
Yeah, I know I'm old,
No.
but I'll never forget it.
I think it's a very problematic film.
The pod racing game though for N64.
Yes.
Mwah, chef's kiss.
Very.
Perfection.
Prequel games were fantastic. Or games were released on an area, or that era.
Yeah.
We had Lego Star
This
Wars.
one. If there was an F, I could give it an F. I would, but there's only a D, so it gets a D-.
I didn't plan on giving anything an F because I don't think anything in the series is that awful to where I would give it just a low rating.
No, my personal list goes from S to D.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's really how I view it too. That's how I view it too.
But yeah, this gets a D- for sure. I hate that movie.
I
still watch it because it's part of the marathon.
Yeah, part of the series. Yeah, exactly. And honestly, it's one of those movies, I could quote the fuck out of this movie, but good and bad reasons. There's.
I know, and that's the worst part too. Is it's probably the one that I know the most. Know thy enemy, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense because it was the first one that probably came out. It's the first one that came out in your life. I'm assuming probably because you weren't that old. You weren't born in 80. Yeah, exactly. So we. No,
I'm born 89. So.
I thought you said you were 49. I was like, wait. It's one of those movies where I think most of us in our age bracket, this was our first Star Wars that we were alive for. So I do hold nostalgia for it.
That's the only reason it gets any of my attention.
Yeah.
It was the first one I got to see in theaters, and it was tragic.
It was a big fucking deal.
But at the same time, I still saw it more than once.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. Did you see it more than once in theaters, or just?
More than once in theater.
Okay,
I think
okay.
I saw it twice. Revenge of the Sith, I've seen 8 times now.
Okay, hell yeah. That's a fun one. I do like
I saw it 6 when it first released, and then I saw it twice in a week, a couple weeks ago.
But yeah, I will say, like, when it comes to, like, again, Phantom Menace, it's... I've said, like, I love the music. The music is phenomenal.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
None of the Star Wars movies get any hate on music. Love it.
Yeah. Look, Darth Maul is really cool, but they do, like, nothing with his character in this. He's just the cool villain. Now, I know...
And he gets redemption in Clone Wars.
Yes.
But, like, I don't care about that.
Exactly. We're going to rate Clone Wars is by its own self, its own thing. It came so many years later, so...
Also, him getting cut in half, okay, and him getting redemption in Clone Wars, I fucking called that shit. And I got bullied so hard for saying that Darth Maul survived the fall.
It's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
I remember hoping he would come back and, like, you know, like...
And I'm like, he's an alien. He doesn't have our insides. And when you get slashed with a lightsaber, it cauterizes you.
Yes.
So, like... The fucker lived, and everybody's like, "No, he's dead. He's dead." And then Clone Wars comes out, and they're like, "Oh my god, Darth Maul!" I'm like, "Thank you."
You should have got a royalty check. Like George Lucas should have hit you up. Like, seriously.
No, like actually though, like the years of abuse I took.
But yeah, I would say, yeah, the pod racing scenes, it's fine. I'm not a big fan of it. It's okay. It's well done, I suppose. What else am I thinking? I do love the fight between the fight between Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon Jinn, Darth Maul from a choreography point of view and a music point of view, everything like that. Yeah. Phenomenal, fantastic stuff. At least like two thirds or more of the movie very boring. Nothing really happens. The dialogue is extremely stiff. The acting is extremely stiff, even from like actors that people, everyone talks about how good Ian McGregor is, but like, look, he literally like sits on a ship half this fucking movie. He doesn't do much throughout the movie, so it's like
even Liam Neeson, he's a phenomenal actor.
Phenomenal actor, very, very stiff.
He saves it for me.
I'm not gonna lie. The character who has the most arc, who has like the biggest like impact in the film, is fucking Jar Jar.
Jar Jar is a key to all this. If we get Jar Jar working, because he's a funnier character than we've ever had in any of the movies before.
It is really Jar Jar's movie. That's the reality of it. Yeah. So yeah, it's such a...
I have this whole theory that Jar Jar's actually evil, and like George Lucas originally wrote him as evil, but like even in the movies that we got, I can make an argument that he's evil.
It almost kind of, because I mean he ends up being like part of the Senate, and he actually unintentionally.
That's it. Yeah. How does he get to where he is?
Exactly.
Without some Sith,
Yeah.
And like he's a weak-minded individual.
Anyway, so just to get off Phantom Menace, I give it a C. I give it a C. That's how I feel about it. It's a problematic movie. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. I don't hate it. I don't think it's the worst of the franchise, but it's not great. It's not great. So, Molly,
for me, I would also give it a C. I just remember being younger and laughing so hard at the scene with Jar Jar Binks' tongue across the table and Liam Neeson grabbing it.
Don't do that again.
Literally thinking of that scene.
I just remember dying at that. And yeah, I liked young Ewan McGregor and his like iconic little braid and
little ponytail, Padawan,
yeah. Little Padawan braid, yeah.
Yeah, so CC and a D. Yeah, that checks out. That checks out. On to everybody's favorite in the franchise, Attack of the Clones. This movie is amazing. It's phenomenal. It's one of the greatest things ever made. Is what I would say if I didn't fucking think at all. Because I generally think Attack of the Clones is so fucking.
Can we discuss Stalker Anakin?
Please don't look at me like that.
Why not?
It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Sorry, milady. He wasn't sorry.
I was gonna say let's talk about how he's a fucking sociopath. He's insane.
God.
He murders a fucking family.
Oh no, he commits genocide, bro.
Well, yeah, pretty much. He kills. I don't think he kills every single Tusken Raider that ever lived.
No, he does. He says that tribe.
Yes.
He killed an entire tribe.
Yeah, he ends up saying, I killed them. I killed all of them, and not just the men, the women, and the children too. They were animals, and I slaughtered them like animals. I hate them! Prior to this, like his first scene with Padme, he's so fucking creepy and weird. Like,
Creepy!
Yeah, like you haven't seen this girl in like 10 fucking years. And like, look, I get being a little awkward or whatever, but he's just like, oh, you've grown so beautiful. I mean, you know. And he's like staring at her and like awkward. He's like I know you got the hots for her. I mean, I don't blame you. Natalie Portman, you know, fucking sexy as hell. But it's like, bro, you gotta.
I have a dual opinion on Attack of the Clones, and it's because I had these little interactive dictionaries when I was a kid, and this specific one, I can send you a photo so you can like pop it up. But this specific one was for Attack of the Clones, and it actually went into detail about different things in the movie. So like the dart that's used, it had like little like lines that like told you the names of each part of the dart, and then like a huge like description of what it did, and like it went into detail about different characters that only get like 2 seconds on screen. And so like I actually know a lot about that movie that's like changed my perspective a bit, but the movie alone is just like Creepsville.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Not like here. Here everything is soft and smooth.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much problematic.
He
weird
bullies
shit.
her into that.
Yeah, no, he's yeah, no,
It's like Stockholm syndrome,
and also like just like while it is that like, and that's like the deeper level shit, but like on the surface level, the writing is just so fucking childish. I've said this, it's like something I would have written in 6th grade. Like it's just like the way they talk to each other. Yeah, it's like, oh my god.
I'm in agony. The closer I get to you, the worse it gets. The thought of not being with you, I can't breathe. I'm haunted by the kiss that you should never have given me. My heart is beating, hoping that that kiss will not become a scar.
You serious?
No, 1,000%.
Yeah, the stuff I do like. I mean, Christopher Lee's cool. I don't think, he doesn't really do much, but he's a great actor. I love him. He's an iconic dude. I love C-3PO in this movie.
Die, Jedi dogs!
He's back to being comic relief, but he's so when he gets his head like knocked off and like put onto like the droid's body and shit. It's just so fucking. It's so funny, and I remember like
because that's original C-3PO.
Yes. Exactly.
Something happens in Revenge of the Sith, and he becomes a different C-3PO.
Yes.
So the original one,
his whole memory's like wiped in episode 3.
He gets an entire memory wipe, and he becomes a little pussy.
Captain Solo, this time you have gone too far. No, I will not be quiet, Chewbacca. Why doesn't anyone listen to me? You don't see how that is going to help. Surrender is a perfectly acceptable alternative in extreme circumstances. The Empire may be gracious enough.
He didn't mind flying when he, before.
True.
In the prequels, he actually makes a comment. I'm getting used to this whole flying thing, and I'm like, oh, buddy.
That's actually unintentional, like smart retconning by Lucas. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. That's something I never even thought about. But yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
So old C-3PO, absolutely love him. He got way too scared and stuff once he got the memory wipe, and it's not his fault, and that's why I give him that grace.
He's like a poor man with dementia. He's like forgetting his fucking.
Yeah.
I always I mix this one up with the one after it, but is this the one that like introduces like Jango Fett? And,
yes, it has Jango Fett.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And has the big Coliseum scene with those animals.
I will say I do like Jango Fett. He's a cool character. Again, he's just basically your standard movie B bad guy, But
I read this cool book when I was a kid that was like a companion to the movie, and it was from Boba Fett's perspective when he was a kid.
That's actually kind of that's interesting. Okay.
And it ends just after that Coliseum scene where
when he gets to grab his dad, he gets to grab his dad's head, severed head.
Yeah, and it was really, I think, again, that changed my perspective on the movie as well, because I had outside, like, the lore is building.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And
Right?
that kind of stuff does help. And this is something that, again, Dave Filoni did fantastically when he, like, did the Clone
So
Wars
I'll
and
vote
stuff.
on, like, the movie itself. I won't add all that extra stuff into it. It's
completely
just
fine,
personal
completely
opinion.
Yeah, yeah. No,
It's not as bad now because I have, like, other shit. What's going on screen is very bad.
Oh, yeah. You know,
Level
book
book,
for
right?
children, reading about their parents' heads getting fucking yapped off, and the PTSD they'll have to deal with from that shit. But yeah, last thing I'll say about Attack of the Clones, the lightsaber fights are pretty mid in this one. I feel like, I mean, I know there's like that brief battle between Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Dooku. Anakin does briefly dual wield a lightsaber. He dual wields a green and a blue lightsaber. Remember that?
This was the first time we got to see Yoda with a lightsaber. Too.
And this is a controversial because some people
should be noted.
yeah. This is the first time we see Yoda fight. Kind of controversial. Apparently, some people do not like Yoda fighting this way. I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it. I don't mind it.
I'm fine with it too. I got to see Yoda with a lightsaber.
And
he bounces around, man, and like it makes sense. He's little.
His little autistic screaming.
Yeah.
Jumping around. I would say it's the highlight of the movie probably because I generally think this is a fucking terrible movie, but I've said that before. But yeah,
but the dual wielding and Yoda were pretty neat. I liked the creatures that were in
the Coliseum. Yeah, they're cool. They're cool. I like the little spider crab thing. That was interesting, and the little like the hyperactive cat.
I loved the cat and Padme getting scratched on the back. I didn't like Padme at the time, so that was actually like serves you fucking right.
I was gonna say that's a shockingly, like I say shockingly, but like that's actually I believe there's like they show like blood and like a little bit of gore in that when she actually gets scratched. If I recall, I'll insert a clip here.
Claws her like right across.
For me, this is a D tier. I'm just gonna go ahead and get it all the way. It's a D tier. I would never give it an F. Even I don't think it's an awful movie, but I think it's bad. It's probably my least favorite film in the franchise. But that's my piece. You guys go talk about it.
I would just give it a splat C right in the middle because I don't really.
I'm gonna give it a C too.
Okay.
Like it's not great. It's not terrible. It's just There's nothing pivotal really in it for me. Yeah.
Meow.
Revenge of the Sith.
You can start on this one. I think I talked about Attack of the Clones. So.
Favorite of the prequels.
I agree. 100% agree.
My only issue with it is because of the prequels. Because they spent so much time on a goddamn pod race and for like crucial. You cannot convince me that Anakin knelt down to do the whole Vader initiation scene after he just like killed Mace Windu. Like you can't.
He deserves a trial. He needs fair trial.
He must stand trial.
And then,
it was just because they only had so much time in there.
Within like 5 minutes, it's just like, I will do whatever you ask. I will kill all the fucking younglings.
Even killing the younglings, this kid's already committed genocide. Okay?
Yeah.
He's already
True. I don't hate Anakin in episode 3. He feels like a better version of what he was supposed to be, you know. But you know, I guess
I give Anakin enough grace up to a certain point.
Yeah.
Because he was a traumatized kid. He got taken from his mother. He got like bullied by the Jedi.
Who knows what Obi-Wan was probably whooping that ass, you know, like when they were training. So he was probably
and like
Anakin, quick up!
There, he's just there.
We will not go through this exercise again, Anakin, and you will pay attention to my lead.
Because he's supposed to be some prophetic child, right?
Yeah, he's Jesus Christ, right? Or more or less, yeah.
Who was his father?
There was no father. I carried him, I gave birth, I raised him. I can't explain what happened.
So,
hell yeah.
The way he does make sense. It's what he did with it.
Yeah, well,
he commits genocide. He kills a whole bunch of younglings. Twice. Yeah. He turns on all of his support system, even the love of his life. Like he chokes her out, like while she's pregnant. That I can't forgive. Because your trauma isn't your fault, but it is your responsibility. And he did not take that responsibility at all. And he's a whiny little bitch. And this is a Skywalker problem, and we'll get to that with Luke too.
It's really like, and you can like, what I love about Revenge of the Sith, you can see like the genius of what Lucas wanted to convey, and you just see how he fucked it up so badly the first two
Vader
movies.
is still one of my favorite villains of all time. I have Vader everything, everywhere. Like, but he's not a good guy. Like, I don't put him on this pedestal of this is a person I would like to be like.
He's done like a handful of decent good things in between like a shit ton of horrible things. That's the way Vader is. I'm trying to. I would overall consider him a villain. Like, he's a bad guy generally speaking. But let's see. I'm trying to think. I do think Hayden Christensen's acting, because he gets a lot of shit for these movies. It's not his fault. It's not his fault the way he was directed.
Honestly, after watching Revenge of the Sith again, like recently,
he's pretty good in this.
It wasn't actually as bad. As I remembered it being.
He's legitimately good in this, because like there's scenes where like he has to convey like emotion with just his face, and he does it perfectly. Like he
does it. Yeah. And I was like, you know what, man? I gave you a lot of hate that was not really directed towards you.
Exactly.
Or meant to be directed towards you, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that wasn't your fault.
Because I do think...
Plus, he's a Canadian legend.
Right?
Yeah, I guess.
I used to watch him on this, like, Degrassi-esque show.
He was also on Goosebumps.
Yeah, maybe he was. Maybe he was on Goosebumps. I do think I saw a John Trott episode where he talked about that or some shit.
But there was this show about one of those, like, teen wilderness groups. And he was one of, like, the troubled teens.
Hey, what's with all the shouting?
Kurga, I just saw her.
Who?
Gina.
Where?
In the mirror. She asked me for help.
Man, you're losing it.
I'm gonna add footage of this shit. Like, I'm gonna find, like, clips to put over. Like,
yeah, he was in,
I'll find you the name of the show.
He's in Night of the Living Dummy on Goosebumps. Like,
oh my god! How the fuck do you remember this goddamn specific Goosebumps?
Ryan Gosling was on that show.
You can't remember Star Wars, but you remember fucking Night of the Goosebumps.
Yeah, Slappy himself is fucking scary. But
my cousin had a Slappy, like the actual Slappy. So he would stand at the top of his stairs and wait for me to come up, and then just jump out, and he could do the voice. And like, no. I'm traumatized. I can't do Slappy. So even with like the new movie with Jack Black, like I cringed every single time he was.
But the OG Slappy from like the Goosebumps show,
was probably really
he was
creepier.
So much scarier.
Yeah. No.
This can't be happening.
Did you ever watch Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yes.
Bits and pieces, yes. Do you guys remember that one episode with the fucking like the zombie,
the drain monster,
the zombie in the fucking pool? Yes, that's the drain monster.
Yeah, the drain.
What the fuck, man?
Like that one, and the one about the swimming pool.
Yes.
Dead Man's Float.
Yeah, there you go.
I do not swim in a public pool like by myself because of that episode.
And it like bubbles out of the shower drain.
I can't. They fucking put that on for kids. Like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah.
That's like a scene out of the fucking Blob. Like when like a fucking kid gets swallowed. Like,
that's classic Canadian television.
Fucking scary.
Like, I also watched Freaky Stories.
Freaky Stories, Aynz. I was just gonna say that.
I don't think that one was aired in America because I know we had Goosebumps and we had
that used to be on Tubi. It might still be on Tubi.
Okay,
yeah, we gotta look up Freaky Stories.
But it's so good.
I'm sure I could find it now.
Of a friend of mine. Yeah.
Larry the Cockroach and Maurice. The Maggot. Yeah.
That's so funny. To go off topic, sorry about that.
Yeah, no.
Sorry. Canadian moment.
It's alright. Well, I'll probably edit bits and pieces of that into mine. But yeah, what the fuck am I thinking? Yeah. Anyway, Revenge of the Sith. Fantastic action. This one, like, again, the pacing is all over the place, but it's like so fun. It's so entertaining the entire way through. Like just to see like let's see. Well, first off, we have a rematch between Dooku. I just talked about how I didn't like this in episode 2. I actually like in episode 3 because it serves like an introductory battle, if you will, into like what we're going to be getting, and it's actually a brutal fight. Like Anakin flat out cuts off Dooku's hands and shit, and like puts.
And he slices off his hands and then go.
And like this, and like, but I like. There is a moment where he considers like not killing him, right? Because like Palpatine's like, good Anakin, good.
This is and he defies Palpatine like 5 minutes later when Palpatine's like,
says leave Anakin.
We don't have time.
Leave Obi-Wan. Yeah. It's like Anakin, there's no time. We must leave him. We must get off the ship. Yeah. He seems to be all right.
The same as ours.
He's not dying. He's not dead. Fuck that, Anakin! Let's get the fuck out of here. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Grievous, I love Grievous. He's so funny. Like so I saw the Clone Wars cartoon show, where Grievous is this badass, awesome character, and I remember expecting him to be super cool in the movie. He is not cool at all. He's so lame, but he's great. I love him. He's so funny.
Yes, the negotiator, General Kenobi. We've been waiting for you.
Excuse me.
That wasn't much of a rescue.
You're welcome.
General Kenobi. That's how he talks.
I have been trained in the ways of
you Jedi arts by Count Dooku. He's so fucking funny. I honestly kind of wish he was in the movie more, but obviously he couldn't serve that purpose. But yeah, no, Grievous. The fight itself is pretty lame between Obi-Wan and him, but it's a fun set piece. You're showing off all the shit. It's fine.
But we got Hello there.
Oh, Hello there. Well, yeah, Hello there's iconic as fuck.
Hello there.
Also, his death is pretty metal too, because I know like he gets his like Obi-Wan rips open his heart cage because his metal ribs, and then he starts he takes a blaster and shoots him, and then you see like the fire rise out of his eyes, as Grievous like dies. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool death.
Well, because like all the fluid would have been going through all of his hydraulic things, so it goes up the tubes and like comes out of his eyeballs.
Any other things? I'll say obviously there's the iconic fucking we talked about Duel of the Fates. Obi-Wan Anakin's fight is the biggest fight of the entire franchise, even to this day. Still, I'll say they've never really topped this fight.
When it does that crescendo and the lava goes. And at the same time, their lightsabers are hitting.
It's insanely well choreographed.
I went to see it the second time just for that scene.
Did you guys see the 25th year anniversary or nay?
No.
Molly, yes, that is Jimmy Smits. That is Miguel. He was in Star Wars. Yes.
That is insane.
Yeah. Molly just sent me a snap about Jimmy, the actor who plays Bail Organa in episode 2 and 3 is the same actor that plays Miguel Prado in Dexter.
Yeah.
So yeah. Jimmy Smits, great actor.
And it was really funny because I had just done a rewatch of Dexter and I forgot that he played Leia's dad. So
that's so funny.
I think he was.
He's in Sons of Anarchy too.
Yes, he plays the guy who's fucking Gemma,
Gemma,
Nico or Nero, I can't remember his name. Nero. I blacked out on that entirely. That's crazy. I remember that now. I liked him a lot on something. I like him in Jason.
I just rewatched that too, so it was really funny seeing him again.
What the fuck else has he been in? I guess it really doesn't matter, but yeah. Fun movie.
He's the reason that C-3PO got his memory wiped.
I'm placing these droids in your care. Treat them well, clean them up. Have the protocol droids mind wiped.
What? Oh no.
True. Fuck you. You know what?
He's the one that says wipe his memory.
I am so happy that fucking Palpatine blew up his planet, or like Palpatine, but Grand Moff Tarkin blew up his planet. So that's fucked up. You ruined all.
Vader did it, but
what was it? Vader? I think it was Tarkin. Yeah. I thought it was Tarkin.
No, it was Vader because he's standing with Leia.
Continue with the operation. You may fire when ready.
What?
You're far too trusty. Dantooine is too remote to make an effective demonstration, but don't worry. We will deal with your rebel friends soon enough.
No.
Commence primary ignition.
maybe so. Trying to fucking think. Yeah, honestly, super entertaining movie. It essentially you have to run from like plot point to plot point to plot point, but it's fun. And if you squint, your eyes and realize that hey, this is Lucas trying to actually do everything right that he didn't get right the first 2 times, it's really really good.
That's why I can't hate it, because it's the other two's fault. It's not this one's fault.
I don't hate it at all. I think there's genuinely good acting. I think there's genuinely
did
good.
The best they could.
I think there's generally good acting. I think there's generally good writing in this one. I mean, there is still some cringy writing, but hey, it's Star Wars in general. You're not gonna get the best writing in the world. It's fun. It's great. For me, this is a very strong. Do I give it an S tier? Do I want to say S tier? Yeah, you know what? I give Revenge of the Sith an S tier. I do.
Yeah.
I think it's deserving of it.
I would also give this S tier. I think this movie is very iconic and the most quotable, I would say. Like, Adam and I quote Revenge of the Sith all the time.
It's the most. I mean, they're all quotable, but this one especially is extremely quotable.
Yeah.
Probably the most quotable movie in the franchise. Honestly, I'll go as far as saying it, but yeah.
You know what? You pulled my arm. I'm gonna change my vote.
Oh, what? Did you vote on this earlier? I can't remember if you said it on the.
No, I didn't actually tell you. I just wrote it down.
Keep about the suspense, shall you?
But
shall we?
I was gonna vote it an A.
Okay,
but then after, no, after like everything you guys said, I was like, nope. You know what? You've changed my mind. I agree.
I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking A, but then like talking about, I'm like, for Star Wars standards, this is one of the best fucking movies.
Is it?
So yeah, so like I'm putting it in S. I'm putting it in S. Yeah.